Welcome back to a brand new meditation. This week we're going to focus on friendships. And start off very bluntly, life is tough. Just because we have a relationship with God, we can't assume that having that life here on earth is going to be a breeze. In fact, the Bible tells us many times that we're going to encounter suffering, and the Bible encourages us to stick through it, persevere through it. And as we make our way through life, we're going to encounter those hard days, the trials, the sufferings, and the obstacles, and we can't do it alone. But that's why the Bible talks about the importance of true friendship. So let's start today in Ecclesiastes 4, verses 9 and 10, which says this: 2 people are better than one. When 2 people work together, they get more work done. If one person falls, the other can reach out for help. But those who are alone, when they fall, have no one to help them. Now let's make a note of one of the benefits of a Christian friendship. Verse 10 tells us that having a friend is important because when we're working hard towards a goal, we have somebody to help us through it. And because we've received the help that we've so desperately needed, we get to share the reward with someone who knows and understands what we've accomplished. And think about this. Think of a time where you've been so excited to share good news with someone and they have been disappointed when they responded to your news without that same excitement. Kind of a letdown. All you want is for somebody to feel the same way you do and for someone to come alongside us and get it. When we go through struggles with a friend and when we help each other through it, we have someone to celebrate when we get that victory, which is awesome. Now let's check in Hebrews 10 and read verses 24 and 25. We should think about each other to see how we can encourage others to show love and do good works. We must not quit meeting together as some are doing. No, we need to keep encouraging each other. As this becomes more and more important as you see the day getting closer. So your job is to encourage your friends to do good things, to love, to show compassion, to make good decisions, and strengthen one another, and strengthen one another's relationship with God. Sounds easy, right? It's not. Sometimes it's difficult to be the encourager, and especially when things aren't going well in your own life. You may have noticed that it's tempting to hide from your friends when things get tough. Maybe you don't want to talk about it, or maybe you'll know they'll give you the right advice that you just don't want to hear. Or maybe you just don't want to appear weak. But verse 25 says that we should not meet, or that we should not meet together, that we should not neglect meeting together. Why? Because even though we may not want it, we need that encouragement that comes from a good friend. By shutting out those who love us, we miss out on the very thing that could pull us out of our mess. Speaking of our mess, we need to read Proverbs 27:17. It says this: as one piece of iron sharpens another, so friends keep each other sharp. And this verse refers to a topic that we don't usually talk about, and it's accountability. Part of any valuable friendship is the ability to be open and honest with each other. Earlier in the lesson, we talked about, the encouragement and love. But there is a more difficult side to a good friendship. And that's being just real with your friend and allowing them to be real with you. Proverbs 27:17 reminds us the value of sharpening one another and others. Even though it may be challenging to hear the truth from a friend, if we are willing to have an open mind and open heart, we'll grow from it. Think about it. Would an enemy tell you the truth in love? Absolutely not. A true friend risks your anger and frustration because she has a bigger goal in mind, your best interest. So according to the Bible verses we covered today, what are 3 aspects of a godly friendship? Help, encouragement, and accountability. Think about your friendships today and think about how you can grow in these areas for the glory of God. And that wraps us up, friends. We'll be back next week for a brand new meditation. As always, don't forget to follow us on socials and stay blessed.